Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Really quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for a video where the person's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty raw look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll find value in this video. So market opens up here in about 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and pause the recording software and I'll be back at the open. Well, been watching Tesla and it has just not given me a setup at all. It just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. So at this point, I mean, you can't go short because that would completely be chasing. So we need to see the thing bounce at least somewhat. And maybe this is the start of a bounce. But yeah, market's been open about 5 minutes now. And in hindsight, yeah, some great setups. I should have just went short right there. But the problem is at that point, there still wasn't a setup. It was, market wasn't even open for 2 minutes. And then, of course, it drops more. And you're like, oh, I can't go there because it's chasing. Oh, it drops even more. Well, I definitely can't go there because it's chasing. And then you look back and say, geez, I should have gotten up way up there. But that's why we're all super rich in our hindsight trading accounts, because it's easy to look back to the left and say, oh, yeah, should have done this, that, and the other. But when you look to the right, it's a little bit more of a different situation. So, again, like I said, looking to the left, looking backwards in a hindsight, yeah, it's easy to trade that way. But the challenging part is here, right? Looking to the right, because all you see is a void of darkness. And what comes next? Well, that's where the skill and everything comes into play. But yeah, right now, not many setups. But maybe Tesla's finally going to give some sort of setup here, so I'll keep an eye on it. But I will pause the software for now. All right, coin coming down. I'm going to see if I can... Well, looks like I missed that one. Want to get in at 63. Let's go back over to Tesla. I missed that one too. Well, Nvidia still maybe. Such a slow mover though. 121.75-ish. Yeah, let's see what happens here with Nvidia. 121.75. So watch this very closely here. Looking for 121.75. All right, I will go ahead and pause. All right, watching in at 121.76. Got the trend line break. Now it's just a question of, does it want to give some follow through on this break? I am short, so for beginners out there, that means I want to see prices go down. And if they go up, that means I am losing money. Okay, out there for 126, because Tesla just making, I mean, look at this volume bar right there. So let's see if I want some bounce back up here. So starting off with a quick $126 trade. I got my price target on that. My risk was very minimal. Actually made more. It was a good trade. Wow, Nvidia. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Using Nvidia is kind of a slower mover right now, but actually picked up pace a little bit. Broke down through some moving averages that I didn't think it would necessarily break down through. $242.50 could be like I said, I'm looking for this thing to come back up here a little bit. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. But yeah, I'm on the board now, so I'll take that trade, but let's see what else I can find. Watching 246 here for a short, in at 246. Let's see this thing come on down. Okay, took off half there. Wanted to see it come back harder than what it is. So pretty much a failed trade there. Video looking solid though. Yeah, this is just not. I mean, it moves, but it's not that fast of a mover, which is the tricky part of it. Still an interesting setup there though. Coin though with also potential. Remember, this is the one I missed earlier. Yeah, 162.50. In fact, let me get that alerted. I do offer a private trading community, so that's who I'm alerting it to. I'm not alerting it to some sort of voice in my head or anything. Yeah, play Tesla right. That one's bounced back up. Yeah, 62.50 could be a interesting spot. All right, I will go ahead and pause the software. Update on Tesla, you can see it never broke down, and right now it feels like a 50-50 setup, which is what you want to avoid as traders, right? Because that's a coin flip, that's a total gamble. There's no edge if you're thinking I got 50-50 chance. Wait, what? No. Now again, it could still come down, but it could just as easily come back up a bit more. So played that one right. And that range is really tightened up on Tesla. I mean, I'll go back to that. Really, really tight range now. Look how small these candles are compared to the opening ones. Okay, coin seems to be, that setup seems to be falling apart. Nvidia seems to be falling apart. I still do like Tesla though. If we can get a green move up and then see this thing come back down, that could be very, very interesting. So yeah, I will pause for now, but 245, I could see myself interested at that level. But we'll see what it wants to do. I will go ahead and pause. Okay, watching Tesla here, 246.50. I would be interested in 246.50. So we'll see if that can come into play or not. I'll keep an eye on it. Missed it, but in now, 246.52. So let's see if this thing wants to get rejected back down off the VWAP here. Or if this is a strong bounce, then so be it. So it's coming down a bit. Okay, now we're getting some movement. Took off half. Come on, just break down. Still struggling with this area. Took off another half. So still have 75 shares because at this point feels too much 50-50. So if I'm wrong and it keeps coming down, great. I'm still going to be making money. But if I'm right and this thing does bounce, oh well, at least I still locked in some gains. But like I said, this point feels a bit too much 50-50-ish. But I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to see this thing actually come down here. All right, out there. So again, I mean, I guess that was it was a winning trade, but a failed trade in the sense of just didn't get that sort of follow through that I thought I could potentially get. Let's see. Coin. Still like 63. So, okay. Couple of trades that, again, they were winning trades, but they were failed trades in the sense of, if I'm being honest with myself, yeah. And if I'm being honest with you as a viewer, they didn't quite go how I thought they would go. So, and as traders, you always got to be honest. Don't equate, oh, I'm such a good trader. My trade plan was perfect. Are you sure? Because that's how you're going to improve, right? It just meant, okay, yeah. I mean, it was right, but it wasn't really that right. And it's important to do that because that's going to be telling you how good are you, how in tune with you are in the market. So right now, I got to admit that I'm in tune with the market because I am winning, but am I like in the zone? Am I just, am I perfectly in tune? Well, clearly not, because I'm 0 for 2 and thinking, okay, what I think this is going to happen. Let's see it happen. And still watching Tesla off screen. It's still just putzing around there, not breaking through that level, and has definitely become way too much of a 50-50. I still do like coin. Coin seems like it could have some potential. But I will go ahead and pause for now. All right. In at 246.07, looking to try to play this break of this trend line here, and ideally get some more continuation down through. This is also going to be a question of, can the SPY here break down through that level right there? So 360.40. If SPY breaks down through there, really like the chances that the Tesla trade works out. So I'll keep this over here. So let's see the SPY come down through that level. And now it's just a waiting game to see, is there going to be any sort of follow through? So I'll go ahead and pause for now. Okay, SPY is nearing that area. Again, over here is what I'm looking. There we go. There's the break. But Tesla is not really following suit, so that's not encouraging at all. Okay, there we got a little bit. Let's see it down below 50. So out there, I'm scared. I'm scared because you witnessed it with me. SPY was coming down, and Tesla, it did come down, but you'll notice it was lagging it quite a bit, which has me worried that Tesla is starting to gain some strength relative to the market. Again, you'll have to scroll back and see that, but you'll notice that you heard me say it. Okay, there we go, breaked out SPY, and then I look over at Tesla, and it didn't really budge. Now, eventually did budge, but it really seemed to, and you can see now, market's bounce. Oh, wow. Look at that bounce. And then, what in the world? Welcome to the current market we're in, where we can have some, look at that. What in the world? Did news just come out? I don't know. Well, that's definitely my cue to just be done. If that's how the market's now going to behave, I mean, I did play that one about as perfectly as you could get. Now, there's... What? Look at that. I'm pretty excited I'm catching this all on video, but that's definitely my cue to just be done with this market. What a silly market. And that's why I will say this, if you've been struggling in the market, hey, you're not alone, because when you get these sorts of movements, I mean, think about it. We saw this was breaking down. It broke through the support. It was a big red candle. And then just like that, boom, up it goes. Although Tesla seems very weak, right? I mean, because market's bouncing and Tesla's still kind of just going. I mean, there was the bounce in Tesla, but now it's just, so that's also the cue where I don't have a read on Tesla. I mean, I read it well on the first one there because it was showing that it was behaving stronger. But at the end of the day, there's just too many kind of things against me right now in the sense of the SPY, the market's clearly showing that it wants to be spastastic. And I apparently don't have the greatest read on Tesla. And yeah, I'm just looking, market's still going up and Tesla just still chop. But regardless, I'll take that. And at the end of the day, it's 10:01. And if I can put, and I'm up, oh nice, 450 exactly with commissions on, let's call it 440. So I can make $440 in 30 minutes. I'm more than happy with that. And I say this quite a bit, but I've heard a lot of other people say it. I struggle with it too. On the world of social media, it's easy to look around and see really, really big gains. So for me to look around and then I say, geez, I only made $440 in 30 minutes. But the mind trick that I want to share with you, and I always share it because thanks for your feedback. A lot of you are using it and it's really helping you, is this. And let's just say, you didn't make 440. Let's just say you made $40 in 30 minutes. Would you ever go up to somebody that's making minimum wage? Or let's just do this. Somebody that's making $20 an hour. Would you go up to that person and be like, I made $40 in 30 minutes. I'm not very happy about it. They would look at you, rightfully so, as the biggest greedy savage that they've ever met. Right? So let's keep things in perspective. You would never go up to somebody making $20 an hour and then complain that you only, quote unquote, made $40 in 30 minutes. You would never do that. And there's Tesla now finally following through with the market. Look at this. What in the... Remember, you all witnessed this. This was a beautiful looking setup. Looked like it was failing. It failed through VWAP, big red candle, and then just like that. So that is, yeah, if there was any hesitation, what a tricky market to trade. But I'm glad I played that one the way I did and noticed that there seemed to be a little bit more strength in Tesla than what I thought, and it turned out to be fine. But anyways, back on point here. Like I said, these are live. That's why I don't mean to skip around, but they're totally not scripted. So I blame the market for throwing me off script because, in fact, I'll keep this up here as I wrap it up so you can just see how the market continues to close. Look at this. Get that line out of the way, approaching the 200 period moving average there. But like I said, so perspective, yes, I would never, ever, ever go up to somebody that's making $25 an hour, $20 an hour, or even minimum wage, whatever that is, Go up to somebody like, yeah, I made $440 in 30 minutes. I'm not very happy about it. I would seriously look so detached from reality. So keep that in mind. Don't let the social media numbers throw you off. Don't let them play with your mind, because I fall into that temptation too, where I start to question and doubt myself. But let's keep things grounded in reality. But that is all I have. So yeah, $440-ish, 30 minutes. More than happy with that. I'm going to move on with my day, because for you beginners to my channel, that is, I do the be done in 30 approach, meaning on average, I'm looking to trade for 30 minutes. This is a side hustle for me, just one of my many streams of income, and I do it for the time. So if you're chasing Lamborghinis, I hope you get that Lamborghini. But as a dad of 5 young kids, I want the freedom of time to be able to spend it with them, to work on my real estate investing, to work on my teaching business at claytrader.com. Time at my point in my life is the most valuable commodity. So that's what I'm after. But if you want that Lamborghini or Rolex, hey, we're all different. I hope you accomplish that goal. But that's why I'm going to be done at 30 minutes here and call it good. So 440 and 30 minutes, I'm happy with it. Got some great action here recorded. And yes, sometimes things aren't necessarily smooth, but I hope you find encouragement in the fact that they don't have to be smooth in order to make money. So if you enjoy these, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Everybody, thanks for watching. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again,
totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.